Okay, hi guys. So I'm back. We're on day 5 of Stims and just have a brief video of today's injection, but not much with the mixing. We're getting down to it. I did notice, man, you sure have a whole lot of sodium chloride left over, that you don't use, but anyway, let's go on to something I left out that I wanted to tell you guys about on yesterday. I told you with my follicle scan that we have a total of 24 follicles that, they saw, but the highest was measuring at 8 millimeters. So on yesterday, I found myself Googling like crazy, trying to figure out like what's the norm that people usually get when they get their follicle scan update. And of course, I found myself feeling a little bit like, oh my gosh, my follicles are so small, and but I'm praying and trusting in God that everything's fine, and that although it's 8 millimeters, that everything is fine, and that everybody's body is different. So tomorrow morning, like I said, we go in for another follicle scan. I'll update you guys on that. We'll be on stem day 6 at that time. But as far as my symptoms, I have been experiencing some cramping, a lot of breast tenderness, and a lot of bloating. Like the bloating, I feel like someone who's eaten like the house, like really full. Um, Other than that, I've been feeling like really fine, and I think like when it comes to the proper growth of the follicles, I have kind of been, making sure that I'm not doing too much. I'm on rotations right now, so I stand up a lot. I'm in a pharmacy, and if you've ever been to a pharmacy, you know that they stand up predominantly, the whole shift. It's like every now and then you may get a sit down moment. So I am trying to make sure that I'm not doing too much. And the one thing that I guess I kind of had a question maybe for you guys is like, at what point do you start limiting what you do and what you don't do? I know that I'm not going to be doing jumping jacks, of course, but what is like considered a feasible amount of stuff to do? Because I feel like sometimes I'm doing too much. Even with bending, I'm feeling like, since I'm so full, feeling like, should I not be doing certain things? And another thing I thought that was really funny, my husband was telling me about on yesterday. He's like, wow, I've never actually met our RE. And we only really met her for the consultation, and he wasn't able to make the consultation, so he never met the RE. So we've been going there for like over 6 months now and still haven't seen her. Now all we see are like the ultrasound tech and the nurse and, the lady who draws the blood, but we never get to see the RE. And I was like, wow, that is unique. Tomorrow morning, we're going in for another follicle scan, and we still won't see the RE. We're going to go in, do blood work, ultrasound, no RE. So it's like the infamous doctor really doesn't get seen until it's time to do the retrieval and the transfer. So I thought that was interesting. I know a lot of times when I look at you guys' videos, you'll be like, my RE said this and my RE said that. Well, we never talk to the RE. We talk to the nurse who talks to the RE, which is, weird. Um, Another thing I wanted to say was, yeah, so like I was saying, um, how do you guys actually find out what type of protocol you're on? Because I noticed in some of your videos, you say that I'm on the agonist protocol or the antagonist protocol. That's something I hadn't really realized was something that I need to know, or not that I need to know, I'm just curious. Like, how do they determine which protocol to put you on? Um, I know with certain medications, like some people are on the Lupron and, some other medications that I don't know the names of, but I just wonder what determines how you're on the protocol that you're on. Is it your age? Is it your race? Is it, what are the factors that they take into consideration when they put you on certain protocols? Also, well, I guess I could ask my nurse tomorrow, but I'm just curious. Some things I just, at the heat of the moment, like even with making these videos, there's so much stuff I want to say, but then when it's time to make the video, you don't know exactly, it doesn't come to you. So I make little notes and stuff, but then even with the notes, I still leave something out. So tomorrow morning, I'm going in for my follicle scan, but I'm sure during that time, I'm not going to think about the questions that I want to ask. So, and the way that my doctor's office is you can't call in. I have to call into the Mandeville office. I'm in Louisiana. I have to call into the Mandeville office, ask them to transfer me to the Metairie office because we drive from Baton Rouge to Metairie, and I have to have them transfer me to the Metairie location. And at that time, there's no one who picks up at the Metairie location. I'm always sent to a voicemail. So I have to leave a voicemail with my name and stuff for them to give me a call back. So I never can really get through to talk to someone. And those questions that I have, I try to save them until then, but of course I forget about them. Like a lot of times I hear you guys talk about your estrogen, amount, and I don't get any of that stuff. I go in and it's like if the nurse comes in with a smile on her face and she's like, "Whoa, oh, you did it." I'm like so excited and blown away from what they're saying that I forget to ask my questions. I get like blown away in excitement right along with them and totally forget my questions. So I'm going to go in with my notepad and pen tomorrow, and I'm going to write some questions while I'm in the lobby and then just shoot on in there after that and ask my questions. So as far as symptoms, like I told you guys, I'm having breast tenderness, like a lot of breast tenderness. AF is really like weird. Like I told you, she's been flip-flopping from light to dark, and I mean, that's fine. She hasn't been really heavy like normal. So, other than that, uh, nothing else that I could think of. The breast tenderness, some cramping. I have been feeling a lot of cramping. But what I noticed that I've been doing is after I do my injections, I just kind of lay low for the rest of the evening because the other night, which was stim day 3, my husband did the injections, and then I realized like an hour later, oh my God, I forgot to go to the store to get something. So we jump up to go to Walmart, and while I'm walking around in Walmart, I want to say maybe 15 minutes into walking around, I start feeling this like really like cramping, like I had to start shuffling my feet instead of like taking full steps. So now we do the injections. I kind of just stay in the bed, lay down, relax, That way, if I am going to have a cramp, at least I'm relaxing, I'm comfortable, I'm not doing anything. So, but other than that, that's it. And I guess if I have any other symptoms or anything to update you guys on, I'll be sure to let you know. So, until tomorrow. Next to, I guess, where your little bruise was at. Oh, gosh. Oh, that burns. Oh, my gosh. The burning, I just never get used to. I think he likes sticking me, guys. Yeah, I haven't really figured out which one of those injections burns. I haven't really paid attention. I sit down and I mix them and I kind of just sit them both to the side. So at that point, they look the same. I don't know which one it is. But one of them burns really bad. And it's like it only lasts for the length of time that it takes to inject it. But for that couple of seconds or, so that it takes to inject that medication, it burns so bad. It really burns. The other one, I really don't feel it as much. But after the other one, with one, it really burns bad. And the other, it's like soon as he removes the needle, there's blood. So it doesn't bleed after the one that burns, but it bleeds after the one that doesn't burn. So haven't figured that out. But if you guys know, just let me know.